Hello everyone. Let's start with the detailed solution and explanation of the Delhi University MSc Botany Entrance Exam 2015 question paper. So let's start with the first question. E. coli is grown in a culture medium containing radioactive phosphorus for 48 hours. Which of the following would have radioactive label? So we know that phospholipid has a phosphate group in its structure, and RNA also do have a phosphate group in its structure. But protein, if you see the primary structure of protein, you won't find any phosphate group. It consists of an amino group, an acidic carboxyl group, and a long chain alkyl group, which define the type of amino acid in a protein. But do remember that a phosphate group are important in activating proteins for particular functions. Protein phosphatase or protein kinase plays important role in this. So the answer to this question will be B, that is the radioactive phosphorus will be incorporated in RNA and phospholipids only in 48 hours. Next question, the cocci bacteria that mostly occur in single or pairs are, so these are the different forms of cocci bacteria, and you can see that the diplococci occurs in pair, the staphylococci occur in bunch, the streptococci occur in chain, the Sarcina occur in a three-dimensional structure, and tetrad has a tetrahedral structure. So the answer to this question will be C, that is diplococci. Next question, the two modified sugars N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetylmuramic acid, which are actually a constituent of peptidoglycan, present in the cell walls of gram-positive bacteria are covalently linked by. So this is a repeat question from the 2014 question paper, and there also I have explained you, I am explaining you again here. That in these two modified sugar there exists a beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. On the left hand side you can see how a beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage look like, and on the right hand side you can see how these two sugars are connected to each other through this linkage in a peptidoglycan. So the answer to this question will be C, that is beta 1,4 glycosidic bond. Next question, when a virus enters a cell but does not replicate immediately, the phenomena is called as. So there are four options. Let's see what these options means. Helotism is a form of symbiosis in which there exists a slave-master relationship. Crombic coined the term for association of mycobiont, that is fungal partner, and phycobiont, that is algal partner, in a lichen. The algae act as a slave and prepare food for the fungal partner. Now you can see the lytic and the lysogenic cycle on the right hand side. In lysogeny, the virus replication is not immediate, rather depends upon usual prokaryotic reproduction, and while in lytic it is immediate, it results in several viral copies created very quickly and emerging out of cell lysis. Synergism is like 1 plus 1 equals to 3. That is an interaction in which the cumulative effect of two organisms is even more than additive effect of the two acting individually. So the answer to this question will be C, that is lysogeny. Next question, for a virus to replicate in host cell, and then they have given four conditions. Let's see what happens in the virus replication when it goes into a host cell. The correct option for this is its genome must be released in the host cytoplasm. First of all, the virus get attached on the host cell, then it penetrates the host cell, and then the virus genome separates from other structural component, that is the coat protein, etc., and is released into the cytoplasm so that the viral genome is accessible to host replication machinery. And then the synthesis of viral specific polymerases for virus genome synthesis occurs. Some part of the viral genome will be used for viral structural protein synthesis, and finally a complete virus comes out by cell lysis. So this is the whole phenomena, and from this we come to know that the genome release of genome in the host cytoplasm is the most important part for the virus to replicate in the host cell, hence the option B is correct. Next question, astaxanthin is obtained from. So astaxanthin is a reddish pigment that belongs to a group of chemicals called carotenoids. Astaxanthin is obtained from a unicellular freshwater alga, Hematococcus pluvialis, the class Chlorophyceae and order Volvocales. So the option A will be correct, that is astaxanthin is obtained from Hematococcus. Next question, which of the following algae is responsible for red color of Red Sea? So red color of Red Sea is due to a cyanobacteria called Trichodesmium erythraeum, which turns the usually translucent blue color water into reddish brown. So the answer to this will be B, that is Trichodesmium erythraeum. Next question, Iota carrageenan is produced by. A carrageenan or carrageenans, as we call it, is a seaweed extracted family of linear sulfated polysaccharides commercially used in food industry for gelling, stabilizing, and thickening agent. Three types of carrageenan on the basis of degree of sulfation are there. First one is kappa carrageenan. It has one sulfate per disaccharide used in dairy proteins and is obtained from Capapicus alvarezi, a red algae. Iota carrageenan has 2 sulfate per disaccharide molecule and is used to form soft gels and is obtained from seaweed Eucheuma spinosum. And third one, lambda carrageenan, has 3 sulfate per disaccharide molecule and is used as thickening agent in dairy products and extracted from red seaweed Zygartina stellata and Chondrus crispus. So the answer to this question will be second one, that is Eucheuma spinosum is a source of Iota carrageenan. Next question, Cephalurus is a. So Cephalurus virescens is a parasitic alga causing leaf spot or rust in tea, coffee and coconut plant. So option B is correct. Next question, Sargasso Sea is named after a. So Sargasso Sea is a part of Atlantic Ocean but differs in having a characteristic blue color water and a Phaeophyce member. You can see on the right hand side the blue color member and the brown algae, that is the Phaeophyce member floating on that. The sargassum is a seaweed and after which the sea is named. So the option B, that is brown alga, is correct. Next question, what ensures the distribution of two genetically distinct nuclei in the daughter cells after division in a dikaryotic mycelium in the member of Basidiomycota? So clamp connections, the growing cells of the hyphae in some basidiomycetes form a hook-like structure called clamp connection, and these are the clamp connection you can see on the right hand side. They are generally formed on the tip or the terminal cell of the secondary mycelium, and they ensures the distribution of two genetically distinct nuclei in the daughter cells after division in a dikaryotic mycelium. So the option C, that is clamp connection, is correct. Next question, in fungi a globose fruiting body with no opening is known as. So the answer is C, Cleistothecium. Let's see what is a Cleistothecium. So Cleistothecium looks like this, and Cleistothecium is a globular closed fruit body or ascocarp with no outside opening. Cleistothecium wall is called peridium. The Cleistothecium consists of densely interwoven hyphae or pseudoparenchyma cells, as you can see in the figure, and Cleistothecium is covered with hyphal outgrowth called appendages, visible in the figure. Following is not a fungus. So we know that Phytophthora is not a fungus. Phytophthora is a fungus-like organism belonging to Oomycota. Phytophthora is an example of convergent evolution. It has an evolutionary history resembling land plants, but morphologically looks like a fungus having hyphae-like filaments, but it differs from fungus because fungal cell wall have chitin, but Phytophthora cell wall have cellulose, and Phytophthora is diploid while fungi are haploid in the vegetative, that is the growing or non-reproductive stage of life. So the answer is Phytophthora. Next question, members of which one of the following phyla form zoospore in their life cycle? So we know that Chytridiomycota is a division of zoosporic fungi, also known as chytrids. They asexually reproduce through zoospore, capable of active movement through aqueous phases. Next question, the peltate disc formed on sporangial dehiscence in Rhizopus is. So this is a very direct question. The columella is spherical or elongated in Rhizopus and becomes inverted and forms a peltate disc-like structure upon sporangial dehiscence. So the answer is first one, that is the inverted columella. So in the next video, we will be dealing the next 15 question. I will be giving you the detailed solution with explanation. If you find any mistake in the solution, please do comment. Please like the video and do comment to appreciate my work, and stay tuned for more upcoming solution videos of various MSc entrance exams related to biological sciences.